Israel and Lebanon are nearing a ceasefire agreement that could end more than a year of intense fighting between Israeli forces and Hezbollah, Axios reports, citing senior Israeli and U.S. officials. The draft agreement outlines a 60-day transition period, during which Israel would withdraw its military from southern Lebanon. In exchange, the Lebanese army would deploy in border areas, and Hezbollah would move its heavy weapons north of the Litani River. The U.S. would lead an oversight committee to monitor the ceasefire and address violations. Under the terms of the deal, the U.S. has committed to supporting Israeli military actions against imminent threats from Lebanese territory. This includes actions aimed at preventing Hezbollah from re-establishing a military presence near the border or smuggling heavy weapons. Negotiations for the ceasefire were nearly finalized last Thursday, when the International Criminal Court, ICC, issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. The development threatened to derail the ceasefire talks as it occurred during a meeting between Netanyahu and U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein, who has mediated the negotiations for a year. Netanyahu expressed outrage over the arrest warrants, especially after the French Foreign Ministry announced it would implement the ICC's decision. This raised concerns as Lebanon had insisted on France's involvement in the Oversight Committee. In response, U.S. President Joe Biden called French President Emmanuel Macron on Friday to address the issue. On Saturday, Hochstein warned Netanyahu through Israeli ambassador to Washington Mike Herzog that he might withdraw from the mediation efforts unless Israel made progress on the deal. On Sunday, Netanyahu convened a meeting with senior Israeli officials to discuss the ceasefire talks. A senior Israeli official said that a decision had been made to move toward the agreement, with an announcement expected this week. The U.S. and Israeli officials familiar with the talks indicated that the parties are close to a deal, though it is not yet complete. Netanyahu will need to bring the agreement before Israel's Security Cabinet for approval.